In this episode, I'm going to share a perspective on how to use calibration days to make healthy eating much easier. Guys, you're going to love it, so tune in and take notes.
Welcome to the CrossFit Edwardsville Community Podcast, where we hear and learn from our coaches, CrossFitters, and Glen Ed community leaders. Now, here are your hosts, Dallas and Greg.
What is up, guys? Coach G here. I'm one of the coaching team at CrossFit Edwardsville, and helping people to eat in a healthy way and make that process, make that piece of the journey much easier is part of what we do here. And I know that there's always 1,000 obstacles that can come your way that make it more challenging to eat in a healthy way. It can feel sometimes like really overwhelming trying to juggle all the different ideas, all the different concepts, all the different like this much calorie, this much protein, and try to juggle all of that while also being a working professional career person, having a spouse, trying to be an attentive spouse to them, paying attention to your kids, helping them with homework, being there for their sports events. It can seem like there's just like so many things that make it very difficult to eat in a healthy way. So in this episode, I'm going to share one strategy that you can use to make it much easier for you, much more practical for you, and much faster. It's where you can find something that works for you, that you can solve the problem one time and enjoy the benefits of it many times over. And in this episode, I'm especially speaking to people who are a fan of having a daily calorie target, or people who are fans of having or using the if it fits your macros strategy. So I'm going to talk to that audience with this episode. And if we talk about the if it fits your macros perspective, this is where you can eat whatever foods you like as long as you make it fit your macros. Your protein target, your carb target, your dietary fat target for the day. Most people that have been in the healthy eating space for any amount of time probably have some general idea or even very specific target numbers that they're trying to hit in terms of how much protein every day, how much dietary fat every single day, how many grams of carbohydrate every single day. And I have seen people get fantastic results when they follow an if it fits your macros program. Like, hey, I love having the ability to eat a lot of different foods. As long as I make it fit my macros, then I see great progress. I look good, I feel good, I perform well. There can be some variability in those things depending on what things you plug into the macro equation. But generally speaking, I have seen that there are many people that do really, really well having an if it fits your macros perspective, or if it fits your macros structure. Similarly, some people, and you can think of it like people that are on the if it fits your macros kind of plan, are typically a little more advanced or sophisticated with their healthy eating. Sometimes a more beginner level of if it fits your macros is to have just a calorie target each day. Just saying, okay, every day I'm going to try and hit this many calories each day. And you can get those numbers, by the way, if you've never done this before. If you sign up for the MyFitnessPal app, the Under Armour sponsored MyFitnessPal app, tell it your height, your weight, your gender, your age, the basics of your goals, and it'll give you a start point with how many calories each day for beginners, or if you want to make it a little bit more sophisticated, how many grams of protein, carb, and dietary fat each day to be your targets. You can get those numbers from the app for free. I'm sure if you plugged in your basic details, your basic profile, the details I gave you there, you plugged into ChatGPT and said, give me a daily calorie target or give me daily macros to hit, it could do that for you also. But How do you take that and put it into action in a way that makes healthy eating easier? Here's the strategy. And it's something that I've used many times and have I've seen many people who are CrossFitters and not CrossFitters use this very well. We call this calibration days. So what you'll do, you'll pick one day out of the week. You'll go shopping, get all the foods that you want to eat, and then plug in one time all the stuff you want for breakfast, all the stuff you want for lunch, all the stuff you want for dinner into that MyFitnessPal app and see where the calories land. Then go back in and adjust portion sizes, adjust amounts of things that you eat to make your numbers, make your food content for the day hit that calorie target. Or on the more sophisticated side, with protein, carb, and dietary fat targets in the app, the MyFitnessPal app, which again is a free app, plug in the foods that you want to have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, see where all those macros land, and then tweak and adjust them so that you hit your numbers. You make it fit your macros, and you're doing this with foods that you like, that you want to have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You make those adjustments in the app to calibrate how much food, how much of this kind of food at breakfast, how much of this kind of food at lunch, how much at dinner. Or you even take the initial spread. You say, oh, I take all the foods that I want to have for breakfast, I throw it in there. Same with lunch, same with dinner. It spit out these macros. Okay, now I need to adjust the amounts to make it fit the macros that I've got, my targets. Take that, throw it into Chat GPT, and that will probably also give you answers, but much faster. What you're doing then is one time you're going to use the app to make all of these calibrations with foods that you like, that fit your macros. And then once you have the final game plan, these foods, these amounts at breakfast, lunch, dinner, they fit my macros. You then take that meal plan, you make the foods, you enjoy the foods, and you repeat that same meal plan day after day until you just decide it's time to switch it up. You get bored of the foods, it's not as enjoyable, whatever, and then you do a new calibration day. But the time, the energy, the effort invested into that one calibration day literally solves your problem for at least a week, maybe longer, where you're eating foods that you love. They all totally fit your calorie goal for the day for more beginner level people, or they more fit your macro profile for the more advanced people. And you can just put it on repeat whenever you feel like it's time to change it up, do a new calibration day. My favorite day to do calibration days is Saturdays, so that I can engineer my meal plan, test it out on that day. And then Sunday, I can go grocery shopping for the foods that I need, the amounts that I need in order to execute that calibrated game plan for a whole bunch of days going forward. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'd be happy to help you guys make the adjustments, the refinements you need so you can enjoy healthy eating in the weeks, the months, the year to come. Kick butt, take names, and be amazing. But let me know what you think. Give me your thoughts in the comments. And guys, I'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks for listening to my dad's podcast. For more useful tools and guidance, go to CrossFitEdwardsville.com and feel free to like, share, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment sections down below. See you in the next episode.